everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Barely Unboxed. And today we have a special video. It's Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead in English, and it is a Spanish oriented holiday, usually Mexican. I've always been fascinated by it, and I think it's a beautiful holiday because you remember your loved ones who've passed away and you invite them into your home again to celebrate. And there's lots of different traditions with the holiday, and one of them is to build what's called an ofrenda, and I have one here. And a lot of people don't share them because it's very personal, but I just wanted to share mine with you. I'm remembering my grandparents today. Sadly, all my grandparents have passed on, and they were all wonderful people. So you can light a candle for them. These, unfortunately, are not marigolds, which are the flower, the flower for Dia de los Muertos. But these are yellow mums, which are a stand-in. I've heard that mums are also used for the holiday, especially white ones. And what you do is you put out food for your loved ones that they liked. So I have some kettle chips because my grandma loved kettle chips. And I have some cookies because those remind me of my other grandma who always had cookies for us grandchildren. And I have some candy for my grandfather because he was a sweet tooth. He especially loved ice cream, but I figured ice cream would just melt, so we have a chocolate bar and a caramel for him. Now, my other grandpa, I can't remember anything that he really liked as far as food goes, and I feel really weird about that. He was a very easygoing guy. He didn't really care about what he was eating, just that he was eating. He was usually pretty grateful, so he used to eat the kettle chips too. So those will represent him too. And then one of my grandmas really loved lily of the valley, and she had them planted in her garden. So I have a little oil of lily of the valley, and it reminds me of her. So I have that here on my ofrenda as well. So today we are going to be unboxing this beautiful Monster High Howliday doll. Her name is Skelita Calaveras, and it says Dia de Muertos edition. Because you can also say Dia de Muertos or Dia de los Muertos. It apparently means the same thing. And here is the packaging. It's really beautiful. It has marigolds right here, and it has sugar skulls, which are the Monster High skull, and it has butterflies. And butterflies are one of the symbols for the holiday because it's believed that on the wings of the butterfly, it's basically the spirits of the dead coming back to visit their loved ones again. And the scent of marigolds also helps them cross the bridge from the great beyond back to the reality of the real world and to celebrate with their family. And I used to live in Arizona, and I know a lot of people who celebrated the holiday, and they would often go to picnics at the cemetery and bring food, and they would put a plate out for their loved ones. And I always thought that was kind of neat because, you know, we always view cemeteries as a sad place, but Dia de los Muertos tends to celebrate those who have passed and remember them. And I think that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So anyway, here is Skelita. And she has a marigold headdress and a really beautiful dress. And she's a skeleton. And then here is the back of the packaging. And I got this from Mattel Creations, and so here is the barcode, but you can just go to Mattel Creations online, and my camera does not like to focus. There we go. And you can order it And I believe it's still available, though when I ordered it, it was in low quality, or quantity, low quality, low quantity. So I almost don't want to open this because this packaging is so beautiful. The pinks and the oranges, and the golds, but I do want to get her out and add her to my collection. So, without further ado, we will go ahead and looks like there's some tape up here, and hopefully she's not too hard to get out of the box, but we'll find out. I've never opened a Monster High Howliday doll before, so this is kind of my first time unboxing this. And in case you didn't notice, I also painted my face for this, which is what's called a sugar skull, which I think is also called Calavera. And it represents your loved ones. And so she comes with a certificate of authenticity, and she comes with a stand, which I am really excited about that because most Monster High dolls do not come with stands. So we're just gonna take this out. I hope that you enjoy this video because it's, Dia de los Muertos isn't obviously something from my heritage, and I did want to properly celebrate it. I didn't want it to feel like, you know, what's the word? I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh, he's a poser or whatever, you know. I just really wanted to celebrate this holiday, especially having this doll to unbox. And I think I looked it up, and you don't have to be of Mexican descent or anything like that to celebrate the holiday, as long as you celebrate it in a way that uplifts it and doesn't turn it into something it isn't. Like, I hear a lot of people say Dia de los Muertos is not Mexican Halloween, and it's not. It's not supposed to be a scary holiday. It's supposed to be, it's actually a religious holiday in some respects, and hopefully I'm doing it justice. And if not, please tell me. I don't want you to feel like I'm doing something. I don't want to do something that isn't. I am not good with words today. I don't want to do something that people look at and think, oh, I can't believe you did that. Yeah. This holiday, it usually lasts for a few days, and people will have big parties and big get-togethers, and they will often have like street fair type things too, and you'll see many women dressed up and men in very similar outfits to this, dancing and celebrating and reveling in the memories of their loved ones. Do any of you out there celebrate Dia de los Muertos? I would love to hear that if you do. And how do you celebrate it? I'm sure everyone celebrates it slightly different. Alright, so we got her out of the packaging. Now she does have, I'm going to show you, a plastic piece underneath to hold the dress up, which I'm assuming you take off because it's not the kind of plastic that you would save. You know, it's like the box on it's like the plastic on there. But there she is. She has really soft hair, and I love underneath it has this teal color that looks just really beautiful, like especially when you can see it behind her. And then because she is a skeleton, she has very delicate hands. But like all Monster High dolls, it has all the articulation that you would expect on the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist. And she's wearing these really beautiful, colorful bracelets on both hands. And they are slightly different. She has a purple one on this side and a teal one on that side. But then the other ones are yellow and pink, but they're all molded differently. So, and I really love Monster High dolls when you pose them with their hands like that. It looks so elegant. And then she has such a beautifully screened face. I mean, look at that. It's like sugar skull perfection. And she does have a necklace with a flower on it. I think. Or what is that? I'm actually not sure what that is on her necklace. It's hard to make out. You can kind of get a look at it. It might be a flower. But she does have the headdress that is marigolds. And it has little sugar skulls in it. It is hollow, like on the other side, which probably helps with, it not being too heavy. She has, this is all one-piece dress that velcros in the back. So that's cool. And I really like this part with the frills on the bottom. Now the fabric for the actual dress, you can kind of hear that. It's kind of papery. So I am kind of disappointed about that, but it does look beautiful. It's got metallic shine to it. And it has the butterflies and sugar skulls and marigolds. I really love the colors of this doll. And then she does have these beautiful shoes on, which also have marigolds. And she is a skeleton. So she does have a skeleton body. So look at that. That's pretty cool. And I'm sure she probably has a rib cage like a skeleton. I don't want to fully undress her, but I do want to look. Yeah, she has this whole skeleton body in the back there, which looks really cool. Kind of hard to see. There we go. I love it. I love Monster High dolls. I unfortunately did not start collecting them until very recently. And I have a couple that I found secondhand from the original generation. And I even customized one a while back with watercolor pencils and Mr. Super Clear, all that stuff that people use to customize. But I love the aesthetic of Monster High, so let's put her on her stand. Now her stand goes up and holds her pelvic area and then she just stands. So that works really well, I think. She looks really beautiful, especially next to all this. I don't want to catch her hair on fire. That would be terrible. And then we have this little kitty for her, so that's kind of cool. Now I'm going to read the back of the box because it has a neat little thing about Dia de los Muertos and the character. And what I love is it's in Spanish at the top and English at the bottom, which is really cool. And I cannot read or speak Spanish. I only know a few words here and there, so I will read it in English. Dia de Muertos begins and the scent of pan de muerto fills the air, warm and sweet as I arrange a traditional marigold headpiece in my hair. Mi mommy puts the finishing touches on my Dia de Muertos gown, which is strewn with monster, marigold, and sugar skull details, while my butterfly, Nati, flutters around the popol picado. Once mi familia gathers, it is time to visit the ofrenda and celebrate our rich heritage. I hold Abuelita's hand and descend upon a candlelit pathway with my dress dancing in the flickering light and my corazon bursting with love for all those I'm about to honor. So it's all about honoring the ones you love that have passed on, and I just think that is a really cool thing. And I wish it was more common, but I think sadly a lot of people find the imagery kind of scary, even though it's not meant to be. But you know, it is what it is. But here is her certificate, which is on really nice paper. Unlike, I swear, a lot of the Barbie ones just come on like normal paper, and this one is on like, it almost feels like watercolor paper. And it says, this certificate certifies that your Monster High Howliday Dia de Muertos Skelita Calaveras doll materialized through the collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. I really love what Mattel's been doing with Monster High lately. It's a lot of really cool, really well-made dolls. Although I will say the dress is a little underwhelming, but at least it looks really nice. I think it looks fantastic. So to close out this video, I have a sugar skull, or what like we would call a sugar skull around here, at least. I actually tried finding something like an actual sugar skull, and I wasn't even sure where to go to get it. I probably should have went to a Mexican market. But this is a tin of a sugar skull filled with candy. So we're going to have some candy, if I can get it open. Okay, there we go. And I did look it up about offerings of food that you put on your ofrenda. And it is perfectly okay to consume the food when you're done honoring your family members. So I'll probably have some chips and some cookies and some candy to celebrate my loved ones. And this actually is filled with little Smarties. And there's actually 4 packs, and I think 2 packs equals 1 normal pack, probably. It looks like it. And this was really cheap. You can get this at Dollar Tree, and I've seen it at other stores, and it's only around $1. And it's a really nice decoration. It matches the doll even. And then we can put it over here. Although it doesn't stand up very well. Probably because the candy's in it. Let's try. I was going to eat one of these anyway. So let's take the candy out. Yeah, see, now it'll stand. So that's pretty cool. So let's have some Smarties. I love Smarties. I love tarts, sweet candies. So this will be a nice little snack. Oh yeah, those are good. We'll put those over here for now. So tell me if you have this doll. Tell me what you think of her if you don't. And if you do, I'd love to hear what you think of her. But I think she might be one of my favorite Monster High dolls I own now. And I can't wait to add her down to my collection. It's behind me. And I'll put some photos in the end of my collection along with her. And I do have another video of Howliday Claudine. And that'll be coming out probably in a month or so around Christmas time, because I want it to coincide with the holiday season. So, but thank you for watching. I hope you learned something about Dia de los Muertos. I hope I didn't misspeak. about Dia de los Muertos, and I do apologize if I said any Spanish words incorrectly. I am learning as best I can and trying my hardest. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Give your loved ones a hug. Tell them how much you love them, because you never know. You never know. Hugs all around. I love you guys. Bye.